Okay, so the question today we're going to talk about is how to make a YouTube video intro animation thing like you're going to see right now. See, that just makes me, so we asked the question, why have one of those? The juices are flowing. You know what I mean? Like, I just watched that and I'm like, oh, I'm excited to hear what Nate has to say with those little robotic voices and the it's exciting.
It definitely brings in the energy because you got some music, especially in these videos. We're just talking, so it
Right.
it adds some life to the videos. It also creates some branding and some consistency. For people who've not watched this video or any videos on this channel before, it kind of shows them a glimpse into what this channel is about.
I have there's a young man that lives in my neighborhood who watches my stuff. You can see my little videos here, and you'll watch the opening thing that Nate's company made for me, and he says, that's my favorite part of your whole.
That's good to know.
He says, I pretty much turn it off after you and your wife come on or whatever, but he says he likes the little opening squiggles. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I call it a video logo. Sometimes you call it an opener or
an intro. Yeah, like a little music stinger intro.
Sting,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to show you how to make one of those. All right, surprise, surprise, I'm going to have you do some research, and let's come here to After Effects, and let's come down here to openers.
Well, you're in, what is videohive.net? This is the site we're at, right?
It's the companion audio jungle that we talked about in another video. Just this is where you get video clips, but we're looking specifically now for openers. And I prefer, let me show you again, if you come over here to After Effects, you can do Premiere Pro openers, but After Effects, if your editor or you know how to use After Effects, you can control more, you can change the colors, you can switch out a little bit more than what you can just do in Premiere Pro.
Okay.
Either way, we're going to come here to After Effects openers. We're already on that page. And what you can do is just hover over it. Is it not? Oh, I need to unmute or, yeah. So now when I hover over it, you'll actually hear music. You get a little bit of feel of what that opener is like. So you can go through and find ones that you like, and when you like them, I recommend just opening them in another tab so you can, and then go back and review the ones that you like. The goal here is not to use the full thing. I mean, you see here, this one's 33 seconds long. This one's only 10 seconds, but this one's 1 minute and 3 seconds long. You want your video logo to be like 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, something like that. I mean, sometimes 10 seconds is going to be a stretch, but for people that come back and watch episode after episode after episode, if you've got a 30-second opener, what I do on those channels is I just skip ahead, so I don't end up watching it anyway. So
the shorter the better. Yeah, for sure.
So I'll typically, let's say that I really like this one.
Okay. Now, the actual footage here is not what you're getting, right? Because you're not going to show this. You want the template or something.
Good point. So you'll buy the template. You'll actually then bring in your own music. You could go and purchase the exact music that's with the sample, but you'll bring in your own music and you'll bring in your own photos or video footage, video clips to use in there. So these are just samples. And where it says typography there or motive motion, you're going to put in your own words that relate to your brand.
Okay, so when you buy it, you download this template file. That's an After Effects file, and then you just import it into After Effects, and it's already set up for you to layer over your own video.
Right. So this is basically a shortcut. You can go into After Effects and create your own animations, but these ones are pretty awesome. I mean, there's 15,844 just on this website that we can dive through and really find something that we like, that really matches what we're going for.
So my photos and my video will do what those ones just did. It'll do kind of the snap zoom and the blur. Okay.
So when we're launching a new channel with one of our new clients, we'll have them provide us some photos or some video clips. Obviously, we would have filmed with them at least one time to get started, so we have some video footage. And will then dive in here, we'll purchase one of these templates, and then my team will go in and they'll change out the words, they'll change out the photos and the clips. And now here's a cool strategy that we'll do. If we've got a 30-second opener template, we might take 5 seconds early on, another 5 seconds here, and another 5 seconds here, and create 3 different versions just to kind of mix it up.
Yeah.
So on one episode, we'll use this opener. On another episode, we'll use this opener. It's going to have a similar theme, but it mixes it up, and we'll throw in different photos. So with one of my clients, a lot of her topics are, talking to the camera, kind of talking on deep topics like how to overcome trauma and whatnot. And the image that she wants to portray is that you can overcome this. I've experienced great trauma, but now I live a vibrant life. And how do we show that? Well, in the video logo, she's got photos of her riding a motorcycle, photos of her scuba diving with hammerhead sharks. And we didn't want to, in a 5 or 6 second, we didn't want to just put all of those, adventure type shots. But in one video logo, we showed her with the sharks. So we showed her at a desk, we showed her working with people in a group and with sharks. The next one, we swapped out the shark photo and we put in on a motorcycle. And on another one, we put in another action. So that way people that are watching these episodes get to see all sides of her.
Right.
That's just one strategy that we do, is we create a few different video logos.
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, the variety. Yeah.
This is where you start. Find a template that you want to use for your video logo. And then step 2 would be to match it with the music. If say I really liked the music from this one. Okay, that's probably not the music I would choose. But let's say I liked it.
Just a for instance.
I'll open this in a new tab.
You don't have to marry it.
Okay, so that one's in a new tab. And then let's say I liked the visuals on this one. I'll open up this one, but I'll mute. Okay, so this one's muted, but I come over here and I hit play on this one. So now we get the audio and I switch back. So now we're looking at the visuals from one, but hearing the audio from the other. All right, see if I pause this, the audio still keeps going. That's funny. So anyway, you can mix and match the audio. When you buy a template, it doesn't come with the audio file, even though it's playing as a sample with it. So first step, find the template that you want, and then gather some photos, kind of a good variety, or video clips are even better if you have them. Of, a photo of you standing on top of a mountain is cool, but if there's a video of you standing on a mountain, that's even better.
Yeah.
Because just a second of it, but just a little bit of motion.
Just a sweep, yeah.
So that's how you do it. So for me, coming from, a professional video production company, that's how we do it. We just buy a template. We used to go through and create, but
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and you don't get as good of results. Just buy a template.
Most of you probably aren't that creative to be your own animator, so the template way.
Of course, be sure to subscribe. If you want to know more information about me and what I do, you can visit my website. The link's below, and I'll see you tomorrow.